Good evening to all of you. Hope all is well. Hope you've had a great day. So let's see. We'll give people a few minutes to get in. Give people a few minutes to get in. A few minutes to get in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's 7 o'clock. We are ready. We are ready to get in this word. To get in this word. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Let us know, please, ma'am, please, sir. Hope you can hear me. Right? Hope you can hear me. Hope you can hear me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Deacon Russell, bless you, man. Your wife didn't play about you Sunday. Your wife did not play about her husband. So, man, congratulations. We're excited. You're already doing the work, man. So we're praying God's blessings to you. And pray that everything turned out fine. All right. Carol is on here. Good evening, Brother Brownlee. Good evening. All right, we're gonna get started. Good evening, Sheree. Good evening, Carol. Good evening, Brother Brownlee. Good evening, Deacon Russell. So thank all of y'all. Thank all of y'all. All right. We are going to get started. So Hanukkah, good evening. Good evening. Tell my boy Ray. Um, I don't know what y'all gonna do with Ray. But good to see all of y'all tonight. Good to see all of y'all on everybody on here in this space. And so thank you for joining. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor that we are on. I know y'all getting ready for tomorrow. You got a smart TV, go to YouTube. You can shoot me up on your screen, on your TV, or you can continue, you can listen, you can do what you want to do. Thank you for those of you that are joining on Facebook and those that are joining on YouTube as well. Thank you so very much. Um, Before I get started, well, I'll do that at the end. I'll do that at the end. Um, thank y'all for joining. Listen, Ephesians 4, chapter 1 through 6 is where we're gonna hang out at tonight. Um, and I entitled this lesson Guarding the Bond. Guarding the Bond. Guarding the Bond. Um, Good evening to Jessica. Guarding the Bond. And when I say guarding the bond, the BOND, I'm talking about the bond of Oasis Church and the bond of parishioner. As we are in transition, as most of you witnessed um, Sunday, even though we didn't get, well, I wouldn't say that. We got a lot of reaction on social media. Almost 9,000 people saw my post. I didn't say 900. Almost 9,000 people saw my post. So they looking. And it's amazing to me how people can hear what I say and interpret it 50 different ways. And so, but long as we good, we want to talk about our bond. Um, pastor and parishioner. Um, Pastor Brian is traveling. Pray for him. And he will see you guys Sunday. He's always busy preaching, which is why we are sharing responsibility because I am able to do this and still free him up for doing the work of the ministry, and the oil that is on his life is able to flow other places. So pray for him. But I want to get into this tonight as we talk about, because Ephesians 4 verses 1 through 6 talk about endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace. In the bond of peace. And there are a few things that I want to lift out tonight. Just on the offset, um, I want you to understand that keeping the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace, keeping it is different from making it. Let me say that again. Keeping the unity is different from making the unity. And so I want to give you some very practical things tonight, some practical things that I want to share with you as a church, as pastor and people, and as founder um, and people. I went to church today. I looked at the marquee today, and the marquee actually already says founding pastor. So that doesn't have to be changed. That's other things that we have to change. Shout out to David who did an area view. I hope those of you that are in our old space that you have seen what the future will look like, and we are excited about that. Um, but anyway, endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit in the bond of peace. First thing I want to tell you right off, unity is a calling, not a convenience. Unity is a calling and not a convenience. Because Ephesians 4, 1 through 3, it talks about, Paul says, walk worthy. Then he immediately connects it to unity. All right. If you look at verses 1 through 3, he says walk worthy, but then he connects unity to it. And unity is spiritual maturity in action. That's what unity is. Spiritual maturity in action. All right. Lowliness, humility, meekness. All right. Lowliness, humility, meekness is strength under control. And so I want to pause right here and caution our church as we go through transition, as your inboxes are flooded with questions. I want you to be very intentional and understand that under, you got to have your strength under control. All right. If we're going to be unified going forward, if we're going to exemplify the unity of the spirit, we got to be spiritually mature. All right. Type that in the comments. I need you to be spiritually mature, and I'll wait on you till I see it. We need to be spiritually mature if we are going to be in this season in the life of our church. Y'all just don't understand. I wanted to pop off so bad today. I really wanted to pop off so bad because you don't, what I got going on social media and what I have going on with Oasis has nothing to do with my vocation. And somebody say, well, you just need to block them. No, I'm not blocking anybody. I'm not uh finna dumb down or hide the blessings of the Lord. Um, there's nothing that I do that needs to be hidden because God has been too good to me. But now you got to wrestle that devil. You got to take that devil head on. But that's neither here nor there. So I had to practice spiritual maturity today because I really wanted to go postal on an individual. But because I practiced spiritual maturity, I took a step. And if that step don't work, I'm going to the next step. All right. So that's what I'm saying when we talk about unity of the spirit. Let me see. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. God bless you, Veronica. Um, Yeah, we got to be spiritually mature. Vanessa, God bless you. Q, God bless you. Sister Parker, God bless you. Yes, 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 yes. I see all y'all. Siobhan, we have to be spiritually mature. We got to be spiritually mature. All right. And the reason I want to tell you this is because, like I said, lowliness, humility, meekness, you got to have strength under control. Long suffering. Long suffering means we got to be patient with people. Let me say that again. In this transition, as we are endeavoring to have to guard our bond, we have to be patient with people. Now that's easier said than done now. Because like I said, just today, just today. What's the date? What's the day's date? The day's date is February 25th. Just today. This was tested. All right. So even when I'm preparing teaching moments and sermons, uh the devil knows and the devil will try to try you. That's just how it is. All right. So long suffering, we got to be patient with people. Now when you're patient with people, it doesn't mean that you be stupid or that you let people walk over you. That's not what you do. You don't, because you're being patient with people, you don't you don't let them walk over you. What you do is you have to practice spiritual maturity. Right? You got to practice spiritual maturity. All right. So we gotta be patient with people. Now, forbearance in love. We have to put up with each other graciously. Just I'm not gonna I'm not gonna crash out. I promise. I'm not gonna crash out. Forbearance and love. We got to put up with each other graciously. All right. So what I'm telling you in the offset is this: unity requires character. It requires character. That's what it requires. You got to have character if you're gonna be unified. Because here it is: a choir can have some good voices, some powerful voices, but if everybody sings in their own key, it becomes noise. And so harmony requires restraint. What is the restraint? Stay on your part. I just said something. Let me say it again. When you're in a choir, everybody cannot sing their own key. In order for harmony to take place, it requires restraint. In other words, if you in the soprano section, you don't have no business singing tenor. Tenor don't have no business singing soprano. Altos don't have no business singing tenor because everybody has their own part to sing. And so what unity does, it requires submission to the same tone. You got to have the same tone. If it's gonna sound right, everybody in your section got to have the same tone that you have. Can't have nobody way up in the sky and you're a soprano. You just, I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. So unity requires character. Where is pride threatening unity? Where is pride threatening unity? And where do you need to extend grace? I gave them grace today. I let them have it. I gave them grace, but I gave them a warning. Y'all missed it. You can extend grace and still give warning. Now, as Jessica said, I'm not gonna crash out. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna practice spiritual maturity. All right. Number two, if we are gonna guard our bond, unity must be guarded intentionally. All right. You got to guard, you got to be intentional in the transition that we all stick together. And you know the space that we have, that we got a private space and we got a public space. All right. But before I allow the public to know what I've said in the private, I'm going to make sure that our unity is guarded because, as the founding pastor, you don't need to hear in the public space before it's in the private space. So I am guarding our unity, but you have to do the same as well. Y'all got it? Y'all got it? Yeah, y'all tripping in these comments. That's right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree. But I practice spiritual maturity today. Y'all got it? So even in, did y'all hear what I said? Unity got to be guarded intentionally. All right. And so it can't be one way. The pastor and the campus pastor, which is Kevin Bryant, we can't be the only one guarding the unity. It's a group effort. All right. Okay, y'all got it. Okay, but somebody say y'all got it. God bless you, Glenda. I see you. I see you, Shauna. It got to be guarded intentionally. You got to be intentional about this unity. We cannot play with it because endeavoring, that word means to make every effort. Endeavoring, let me say it again, means to make every effort. Unity does not maintain itself. Did y'all hear? I said unity does not maintain itself. It needs attention. You have to be intentional. You have to make sure that you are doing your part to do to keep the unity. All right. Let me tell you what you do, how you guard unity. Y'all ready? You guard unity three ways. Watch this now. You guard unity with your mouth, you guard unity with your attitude, and you guard unity with your loyalty. Let me say that again. It must be guarded intentionally. Okay, Pastor, how do we guard? How do we guard? Because these folks trying me. They in my inbox. Folks asking me stuff that had never talked to me in years. I'm giving you the answer to the test. This is how you guard unity and be intentional. You got to guard your mouth. Hush. We got a space for you to go off in. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? We got a space. We got a space that you can uh uh share how you feel. I got an inbox. Inbox me. Let me know. If you got to blow off some things, let me know. But in order for us to maintain and be intentional about our unity, you got to guard your mouth. You got to watch what you're saying. All right. Not only do you need to guard your mouth, but you got to guard your attitude. Guard your attitude. I told y'all in the beginning, as a church, I told y'all the first week in February, nobody was gonna call anybody, any member of this church name. They will only call my name. And so my thing is, I don't have an attitude. Why you got one? It's my name. It's not your name. It's the church name. It's not your name, but and mostly it's my name. So why you got an attitude? I'm being intentional about how I'm not going rogue on social media. I'm not going off on. I want to. I really do. But that's my flesh. I got to stay in the spirit. Y'all got it? Y'all got it? Now watch this now. So you got to guard your mouth. You got to guard your attitude. But lastly, in order to keep this unity guarded intentionally, you got to guard your loyalty. Oh, I just said something. Y'all ain't ready. I said you gotta guard your loyalty. Say loyalty. I mean, well, just type loyalty. We gotta be loyal. I gotta be loyal to you, and you gotta be loyal to me. Because if we are in a relationship, pastor and people, we must understand that I owe you loyalty and you owe me loyalty. We are in this space together. That's why I am still the founder. Y'all not ready for me tonight. Y'all not ready for me tonight. It cannot be a one-way street. I can't be the only one, myself and Pastor Brian cannot be the only one protecting the parishioners. We got to be loyal to each other. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Watch this now. Because a cracked foundation it won't show immediately, but over time, the structure shifts. Gossip and silent resentment are spiritual cracks. Let me say that again. Gossip and silent resentment are spiritual cracks. In other words, you got to say what you mean and you got to mean what you say. Okay. Okay. You got to refuse to entertain divisive conversations. You got to pray before reacting and you got to clarify before assuming. Let me say it again because I'm getting y'all a lot. I'm getting y'all a lot. And I want y'all to go back and watch this. All right. You got to refuse to entertain the divisive, conversation. You got to pray before you react. And you got to clarify before you assume. Can I go a little further? Can I go a little further? Can I go a little further? So you got to pray before react. You got to clarify before you assume. So here it is. In order for us to stay unified during this transition, we have to come into a mindset that we will not allow whispers to divide what our worship built. I'm gone. As the what this don't y'all do this? What this mean? Clock it. Did y'all hear what I said? We will not allow whispers to divide what our worship built. Isn't it? Let me see. Let me see if I do that right. Did y'all get it? Oh, okay. I'm right. Okay, just clear. I'm right. I'm right. Okay. Clock it. Let me say it again. We will not allow whispers to divide what our worship built. All right. Y'all getting it? Okay. All right. Thank all y'all for being so so uh what's the word I'm looking for? Active tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So next thing I want to tell you this. Okay. So I just told you unity must be guarded intentionally, right? Already told you that unity is a calling and is not a convenience. All right. But then I want to tell you that unity is rooted in shared identity. Because when you look at Ephesians 4, verses 4 through 6, let me tell you what Paul does. I'm trying to apostle. I'm trying to apostle. I'm trying to do it. Listen, let me tell you what Paul does, what he lists in Ephesians 4, verses 4 through 6. Watch this now. If we're going to be united, if our unity is going to be rooted in a shared identity, Paul says this 4 through 6, one body, one spirit, one hope, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, and one God. Here it is. Unity is not about a personality, it's about identity. Because the oneness is this: we are united by Christ, not preference. We are united by Christ and not by our He says one body, one spirit, one hope, one Lord, one faith, one baptism. It's about identity. Or you can look like a Christian and not be one. Or you can say you Christ-like, but don't act Christ-like. We are united by Christ, not by a preference. And so Think about this. I know we all have been to a family reunion. You got cousins that disagree about politics, sports, style, but what keeps us connected as a family? The blood. Even though you don't get along with your cousins or some of your siblings or whoever, the thing that keep you connected is not what you disagree about. The thing that keep you connected is the blood that is running through your veins. And so in the church, we got to understand that the blood of Jesus is thicker than a disagreement. I just said it. I said the blood of Jesus is thicker than a disagreement. All right, I'm almost done. So I told you unity is rooted in a shared identity. All right. Got one more after this. Unity does not mean uniformity. Let me say it again. Unity does not mean uniformity. Where did I get that from? 1 Corinthians 12, verses 12 through 27. I don't have time to read it, but when you go, you're gonna see something like this. Different gifts, but the same body. Let me say it again. Different gifts, but the same body. Different gifts, but now a lot of people don't. They say, I'm a member of this church, and so we this and they that, and they don't understand that the gifts are different at different locations, but we are part of the same body. So why are you in competition or so worried about what people doing across the bridge, over here, over there? It's the same body. We just got a different gift. Because I'm gonna tell you what happens. I'm gonna tell you what happens. We must understand this, that diversity strengthens unity. Let me say that again. You got to have diversity if you want your unity. In other words, everybody don't need to think the same. Everybody don't need to walk the same. Everybody don't need to look the same. Everybody don't need to have the same friends. We don't all need to go to the same places. See, I'm leery of houses of worship that they can only do what they do with the folks that's a part of their church. You need to be around some folk that don't think like you. You need to be around some folk that don't hear your pastor. You need to be around some folk that y'all get what I'm saying? Diversity, what it does is strengthen unity because some lead, some people serve, some people encourage, some people administrate. So if you don't have diversity in your circle, then you need to get out of that circle. I'm teaching better than y'all responding. I'm teaching better than y'all responding now. Diversity strengthens unity. Some gonna lead, some gonna serve, some gonna encourage, some gonna administrate. Quit if you the friend that know how to organize and get trips together. Don't be up here complaining talking about the folk getting on your nerve. That's your diversity. You the leader. If you the friend that get the food together and you can put a menu together, you the server. If you the friend that you gonna pay whatever they say pay, and you gonna encourage everybody to go, you are the encourager. Uniformity says this. That's why we don't need it. It does not mean uniform. This is what uniformity says. Uniformity says, be like me. Do it like me. And if you don't do it like me, it ain't right. You ever heard that before? You ever heard that before? Y'all ain't doing it right. They doing they no, they need to do it like this. That's uniformity. Unity says, but who did God call you to be? Y'all ain't ready. Y'all, let me say it again. Uniformity says, be like me. But unity says, however you gonna be, bro, be who God called you to be. I can't be nobody but me. And I'm not willing to change because Uniformity wants me to be like you. I gotta be who God called me to be. I gotta be uh I have to be authentic myself. And we have a lot of people that say, if you ain't doing it like this, if you ain't singing two fast and one slow, if you ain't start yourself like this, if you ain't bucking and shouting every Sunday, God ain't there. Let me tell you something. When God called you out of whatever He called you out of, was there a praise team or a bump or a click track? How did He speak to you? In a still small voice. Y'all not ready. So because I don't worship like you, because I don't dress like you, uniform just says be like me. Unity says be who God called you to be. Because here it is, a basketball team cannot all be point guards. Everybody can't be a point guard. If everyone try to lead on the court, nobody gonna rebound. If everybody in the church try to preach, who gonna support? And the question is, if we gonna guard the bond, we gotta ask ourselves, are we competing or are we completing? Teach, man. Teach, man. I'm doing the best I can, what I got. Did y'all hear me? We got to ask ourselves, are we competing or are we completing? What we doing? What we doing? You mean to tell me, and let's just be honest, there are some things that you outgrow or that you should outgrow. There are some places that you should outgrow. There are some things that you should outgrow. But a lot of us are just grown babies. We still on milk. Here it is now. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Let me tell you what the enemy does. I think this is my part. No, I got no, I got it. Let me tell you what the enemy does. The enemy attacks unity first. Because in John chapter 17 and the 20th, around 2023, I think it's 17, yeah. Jesus prayed for unity before he went to the cross. Wow. Because unity releases power and witness. When you are divided, what you do, you delay destiny. And what we must understand is that Satan cannot stop a prayer. Satan can't stop a praying church. He cannot stop a worshiping church, but he can disrupt a divided church. Hear me, Zion? Hear me, Zion, tonight? Did y'all hear what I said? I said Satan can't stop a praying church. He cannot stop a worshiping church, but he can disrupt a divided church. And so come a little closer, those of you that are members of Oasis. Folks saying, well, Jeff gone, y'all might as well come over here. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. But don't say you leaving. Don't put it on me, the reason that you want to leave. Because there's a whole lot of places I get invited that I never go. Oh, okay then. Because they ain't serving what I like. Y'all ain't ready. Come a little closer now. Come a little closer. Because what you don't understand is for everyone that says, oh, they've been inviting me here, they want me to come over here, what they're seeing is an opportunity. And they seeing your vulnerability and they're seeing, watch this, your spiritual weakness. Because you can't handle transition because you've been allowing a personality to pastor you instead of the word that was being preached by a personality. I'm preaching. I'm teaching. Ooh, boy, Jeff, you better teach. I'm about to shout myself. And so what happens is, if Satan can ever disrupt a church, he can divide it. He can divide it. And so a bundle of sticks is hard to break. A bundle now together is hard to break. But one stick alone snaps easily. And so here it is in the season of transition that this church is in. I want to tell you that we need to stick together like a bundle of sticks because some of y'all are not strong enough to be on your own. Some conversations you are not strong enough to have. You will let people manipulate you during this season, and you're gonna miss the blessings of God. It's just like this. Why would you? I mean, why would you tell your spouse every time somebody look at you, every time somebody say something to you, uh, your spouse sees what you look like when you leave the house. So the same thing that your spouse sees, or your boo, or whoever, your significant other, whoever it may be, it's not necessary for you to tell them, him or her, every time somebody says something to you, because guess what? If your relationship is solid, they may look, but they can't touch. Same goes with the church. If you are connected to your leader, if you are connected to your founder and you trust the God that he's been preaching about, the God of the Bible, that he is, if you have grown spiritually, then you will trust not the personality, but the God in the man and not what we think. All right, I'm done when I tell you this. If we're going to guard this bond of the oath, the love fellowship, Oasis Baptist Church, D.O. Well, we specialize in being out of church in 60 minutes and still have good church. It's true. I told y'all. Listen, if we're going to protect this bond, this is what we got to do. Unity, watch this, requires, watch this, forgiveness. Did y'all hear what I said? Unity requires you to forgive. You have to forgive some past instances, some folk that did you wrong, and you know they did you wrong. Unity requires you to forgive, not forget. But it causes you to forgive. You gotta do it. Why? Because Colossians 3:13 and 14 says this. He says, above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. And so, if you don't have forgiveness, your unity will be temporary. Did you hear what I'm saying? If you don't have forgiveness, your unity will be temporary. Yeah, they did what they did. Yeah, they said what they said. Yeah, they threw a rock and hid their hand. But in order for you to guard the bond, see, that's why people that are not in covenant relationships don't understand that a person can mess up and the other can forgive them because they understand that if they don't forgive them, their relationship is going to be very temporary. Now, there is a line. Everybody get tired. I'm not saying just let people run over you. Don't leave here tonight thinking that I'm just saying let everybody run. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if we're going to protect the bond of the oath, the bond that we started at 1761 McFarland Boulevard North, Tuscaloosa. If we going to guard the bond that we have at 514 41st Street, we got to forgive. Because offense is inevitable. It's going to happen. But bitterness is optional. You have to choose to be offended. The day I chose to be offended, that was my choice. I chose to be offended. It was an offense, but I had to deal with my spirit. I had to go in my closet and pray so I could be spiritually mature to handle what I need to handle. Bitterness is optional, but let me tell you what's not optional. Restoration is biblical. Y'all ready? Restoration is biblical. You have to restore a person. You got to forgive them, and then you got to restore them. Now, the Bible didn't say you had to fool with them again. It didn't say that you had to that where they were in your heart or in your circle. It did not say that you had to put them back, but it did say that you got to forgive them and say, "Listen, what happened back then? We good. People can't take me now." So when I see them, I be like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And they just look. Y'all doing good? Kids doing good? Husband, wife, everybody doing good? And they be looking like, "What? Why is he even?" Because guess what? Bitterness is an option. And I choose not to be bitter. The question tonight is this: is there anything you need to release? Is there a conversation that needs to happen? I'm closing. So you got to protect the vision. You got to protect the vision. Keep leadership in prayer. Keep Pastor Brian in prayer. Keep the deacons in prayer. Keep the board of directors in prayer. Keep me in prayer. You have to protect each other's conversation. That there are some conversations that you don't need to have. And I know some of y'all don't need to have it because you can't handle it. You gotta choose peace over preference. Man, I went long. It's 7:46. I'm sorry. When a builder constructs a bridge, tension cables hold it together. Okay. And so those cables are under constant pressure, but they keep the structure stable. All right. And so love is the tension cable of Oasis. Humility is the tension cable of Oasis. Forgiveness is the tension cable for Oasis. And if we guard the bond, Oasis will not just survive transition. Let me tell you what it's going to do. It's going to thrive. It's going to thrive. But you got to guard the bond. You got to guard it. All right. I'm out of here. I hear you too long. I usually don't go this long, but I got a little excited tonight. Um, so thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for joining. And like I say, pray for the leadership and the board and everybody. It's gonna be fine. No, I will be watching uh on Sunday. Um, so pray for us as we travel. Thank all of y'all so much for your comments and yeah, yeah. The Lord dealt with me. Like I had to yeah, yeah. So don't just look at this as I don't know I don't know what to call it. Just if you don't see me sweat, don't you sweat. If you don't see me panicking, don't you panic. Because we got a space for you to dump all of your insecurities. And it's a space that's uh not judgmental. All right, listen, thank y'all so much for joining. Bless you, Kim. I'm gonna leave some for Harper. Um, I'm gonna send it by Kim, so I won't miss her birthday. And but yeah, so I be represented for her birthday. So yeah. Um Sunday was heavy, like we said, but we made it through and oof, Lord have mercy. Um Transition is hard. So thank you for those that are watching in the bushes, as the bloggers say. You're not gonna comment, you ain't gonna like that, but you dang sure gonna watch in the bushes. And we appreciate you. Appreciate you for getting our numbers up. Thank you. Like I said, almost 9,000 people. Yes, it is. Uh saw our post. Let me make sure I can give you the direct number because I have a check mark. Um, there are some things that I can see that you may not necessarily see. And so the post from, you know, announcing I lied. The post has been seen over this many times. Can y'all see it? 12,012 views as of right now from one post. 12,000. And as Sean say, I ain't know you were that popular, Pastor. I said, I didn't either. But as the young people say, y'all done messed up the city. Y'all done messed up the city. Y'all done messed up the 12. Come on, Monique. That's what it's saying as of right now. Now it's gonna go up after this, after we get off. Um, but I'm so honored to be the founding pastor of Oasis Baptist Church. And we are moving on. And look at Sean. And D, you real fine. I ain't know. I didn't know. I just stay on my end. I don't. Hey, Harper. I know she is saying hey because she want that prayer. There's my boo. Listen, y'all. Pray for our young people, especially our youth. Man, they are. I believe they. Y'all pray for them. They gonna have a rough time, but they all got access to me. And like I said, I'll make sure I put my phone number and Carol's phone number in the space so y'all can have them call me if we need to FaceTime. That's right. That's what she said. Harvard said her pastor can't miss her birthday. Well, I want y'all to know, since we talking about that, listen, Ray told his mama and dad, oh, he gonna be at another church. We just need to go. Listen, Ray said he going. So, yo, y'all pray for our young people. Like I say, I'm telling you, we got this. It's gonna be fine. All right. No, her pastor cannot miss her birthday. And she mean it with a full breath and body. Right. All right, listen, thank y'all so much for joining. Hope I said something to encourage you. Please go back, ma'am, sir. And please just uh try to the best of your ability. You ain't gonna all get this at night because as I'm getting this together, I'm saying, Lord, help my unbelief because I need to work on this. All right. I was tested today. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's right. From the mouths of babes. They don't be playing. Um, so pray for our family. My aunt uh funeral is Saturday at 11 o'clock. So I will be preaching that and so pray for our family as we go through that. All right. Continue to pray. I think I got a message from Sister Brownlee. Pray for her. Continue to pray for Deacon Russell as well. Um, uh, God bless you, Sister Glenda. Bless you, as my cousin Sabrina. With your me and your niece talked at work today. Desiree. That's my boo. That's my new cousin. I love her. She is so sweet. Um, and I just met her a couple of weeks ago, but I love her already. Yes, that's right. Keep Sister Parker's mom in prayer. She's the Lord has brought her through surgery, so we thank God for that, and we want to continue to uh, pray for her. All right, no problem, Deke. No problem. No problem. All right. Listen, I've been on almost an hour. This is this is a record for me. I don't usually stay on this long. Um, but God bless y'all. Enjoy the rest of your night. You know the time is going up. So it'll still be next week. Well, I think it changed on the 8th or something like that. But it'll be daylight when we're doing Bible study uh in a few weeks. So I'm excited about that. All right, listen, as always, remember, don't just keep the faith, give it away. We will talk to you. Sister Flanagan, God bless you. Love you too. I'll be to see you soon. Um was talking about to you, talking about you to Pastor Matthew Wilson the other day. We're gonna come down and see you soon. All right. Sister Mary, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And yeah, I may hold a little longer since we won't be seeing each other physically, uh just in a virtual space. So I may hold a little longer. Okay. Thank y'all so much. I'm gone.